sister. I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali.
Rachel named the baby. Right? Remember now, Rachel and Leah are in control. The kids coming from the handmaids. They're in control. Rachel named the baby what?
Naphtali. So it's like a surrogate back in the day.
It's like a surrogate.
Yeah.
All right. The same thing y'all trying to do today, right? Yeah. You know what we call it, test tube babies?
Yeah, well, surrogate babies is can also be literally come from a seed, but because the mom can't carry a baby, they get a maid. Let's say just say a maid or another a person, or let's say even virgin, because virgin means that a young woman. It's not necessarily someone who has not been with another person, as we state in today's vernacular, and they allow that person to hold the seed for the mother, because the mother's womb is, barren or infertile or whatever. And so it could be the seed of Jacob, so for instance, or the husband, let's say, and his seed will go into the other woman. And so this was their, way of doing that. Right. Then it's the same thing.
Same thing. So, brothers and sisters, remember now, the Most High goes by the genealogy of the man. The so-called fake Jews, the Jewish people, they trace their bloodline, their ancestry through their mother. Now, this is information that you can look up, because that's not how the Most High set it up. If you're not doing it the way of the Most High's way, you're doing it wrong.
This is true.
Okay? So he traces our bloodline through our father. Okay? Now, prophets, we are bringing out the characteristics of the people. That's how we identify the people.
Right.
People's names have changed from years, all the way up until today.
And when we say people, we mean a nation.
Nation. We're talking about a nation
of people.
We're talking about a nation of people. Because Naphtali was the father of the nation of Naphtali. Naphtali. So look, people's names always change, but you know what? The characteristics stay the same. The characteristics stay the same. That's how we identify our people. That's why you can't tell us that the 12 tribes are lost and it's only one tribe over in that land right now. That's not a tribe. Okay? That's not a tribe that's born to Jacob. All right. Prophets. Let's go to the prophecy on Naphtali. Brothers, go over to Genesis chapter 49.
All right. We'll begin at verse 21, Elder?
Yes, prophets.
All right. Genesis chapter 49, beginning at verse 21. Naphtali is a hind let loose.
Naphtali is a hind let loose. Now, these are indicators of the people or characteristics, right? What's a hind? A hind is like a wild horse, right? Let loose. What does a wild horse do? You've seen this in movies.
Yeah, it runs wild.
He runs wild and he back kicks, don't he? He'll kick. If you get behind him, he'll kick you crazy. A wild horse will kick loose. A donkey will do the same thing, but it's called a hind. That's a wild horse. Right. Okay? Come on.
He giveth goodly words.
He giveth what?
He giveth goodly words.
He giveth goodly words. Now, this is a characteristic on specific people. We're not saying that other nations don't do this, but this is a specific characteristic on Naphtali. Okay? One of the things that the South Pacific people do, the Hawaiians, is when you come to that land, whoever you are, high stature or low stature, don't matter, you're greeted with the traditional custom of what, prophetess?
Aloha.
Aloha. And they put a wreath of flowers around your neck. That is a what kindly what, prophet?
That's a goodly words.
That is goodly words. Okay? So this is some of the characteristics on Naphtali. What else you got on him right here?
That's pretty much it. Then we go out. Yeah, I think. Is it more? Joseph is a fruitful bough. No, it moves on.
It moves on. Go over to Deuteronomy chapter 33.
And I just wanted to add to what you were saying, if I may, Elder.
Come on, Father.
Deuteronomy 34. I wanted to add that actually Hawaii is so well known around the world for that, where we don't really hear that as a reputation for many others. Not when you're coming off the plane. No, it doesn't matter who you are. So it's powerful enough of a sign, as you say, a characteristic that is noteworthy. We don't see that anywhere else. They're well known. It's well known across the world that when you go to Hawaii, that is how you will be greeted, despite whether you be of high stature or low stature, as you stated, Elder. And you want me to go to what chapter?
Yeah. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 23. Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 33, beginning at verse 23. And of Naphtali,
and of who?
And of Naphtali, he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor.
Satisfied with favor.
And full with the blessing of the Most High. Possess thou the west and the south.
The Most High said, possess thou the west and the south. Look, we've been bringing this out about what happened to the 10 tribes of Israel before 70 AD. We know that the kingdom was split into the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. In the northern kingdom of Jerusalem, the 10 tribes, were in that part of the kingdom. Naphtali was there. Okay. All right. Ephraim was there. Okay. And other tribes of the north were there. In the south was Judah, Benjamin, and some parts of Levi was in the south. Now, this is what happened according to the scriptures. The 10 tribes found the Americas. But in our scriptures, it's called Azareth. The Most High called this land Azareth. Okay. Man named this America after a man called America. Okay. And we're going to bring that out. But we just read this prophecy in Deuteronomy about Naphtali possessing what, prophetess?
The west and the south.
The west and the south. Let's look at this. Go over to the Apocrypha. Put up your Apocrypha. When this happens now, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi is still in Jerusalem. Okay? Go over to 2nd Esdras. In your Apocrypha, Esdras is the same person as Ezra in your Bible. Okay? 2nd Esdras, chapter 13. And we're going to bring this out. This is leading up to where Naphtali is. Okay? And probably read verse 40.
Reading from the Apocrypha in the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, beginning at verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes, which were carried away prisoners out of their own land.
Carried away prisoners out of their own land.
In the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters.
Over the waters. The waters, brothers and sisters. They didn't go over land. They went over water. They were carried from their land over the waters.
And so came they into another land.
Into another land. Come on.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Now, right there, we know that's the new land. All right. Now, there's 2 lands here. Okay. It said first they went, and so they came into another land. Now, in that another land from their homeland, heathen dwelled there, right?
And they were carried there.
And they were carried there. But then they got, when something happened, what? Go read it again, prophet.
Verse 41. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Where never mankind dwelt. And this is what they counseled amongst themselves what they were going to do. Come on.
That they might there keep their statutes when they never kept, which they never kept in their own land.
Prophet, you can hold it right there. The brother was testifying in the intro coming on today that these brothers over in the Fiji Islands learned who they were from what, prophets?
Their forefathers.
From their what, prophets?
Their forefathers.
Their forefathers. What's the difference here? Judah off of that boat were stripped of receiving that knowledge because they killed our forefathers. They killed the old.
Yeah. On purpose.
On purpose. They did that. They intimidated the old. They killed them. They maimed them. They did what they had to do so they wouldn't teach us anything. Matter of fact, go to Jeremiah, prophets. Go to Jeremiah, and we're gonna get ready to go into the lessons. Go to Jeremiah.
And that's so profound because as we were reading there in the Apocrypha, we know that these forefathers made a decision and determination. They were pretty much in a repentant heart, and they knew, and that's why they wanted to leave from among the heathen, understanding who they were and how they got in that position, and go to another land for the specific purpose in the council to worship the Most High according to keep the statutes and commandments.
Right on point. Right on point. Look, now this happened to us all, right, in some form or fashion, but not as hard, I don't believe, like it did happen to Judah. Jeremiah chapter 17. Read verse 4, prophetess.
Reading from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, beginning at verse 4. And thou, even thyself.
Even who?
Even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
The Most High say he's going to cause us to do what, prophetess?
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Brothers and sisters, this is all about identifying our people, identifying who we are, according to what the Bible says. We got to hold up the truth. We got to hold the truth up, right? Naphtali was a nation of people. They broke up into 4 major family groups, right? Go over to the book of Numbers, prophetess. This is Naphtali. Now, Jeremiah said, we're going to disappear from our heritage. Judah did. Judah did. But remember, Naphtali was over in this new land before Judah arrived here. Right? Go to Numbers chapter 26, prophetess.
What verse?
And start reading the verse 48.
Right.
48 to 49.
The book of Numbers, chapter 26, beginning at the 46th verse?
48. Well, you want to start at 46?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that Naphtali covering 46?
No.
No. 48.
Okay, verse 48. Of the sons of Naphtali after their families.
Come on.
Of Jaziel, the family of the Jazelites. Of Guni, the family of the Gunites. Of Jezer, the family of the Jezerites. Of Shalem, the family of the Shelemites.
The family of the Shelemites. Now, this is us having a census. Numbers is us having a census. We lost this. We lost it. This is our heritage. It was 4 major families of Naphtali, right? What happened to those families? They was broken up. They was tribal. And they went in the diaspora with the 10 tribes. Right? The Most High said on Naphtali, you're going to be on the west and the south. What's major in the South Pacific? The islands of the South Pacific. The Fuji Islands are over there. Matter of fact, brothers and sisters, get some paper and pen out. I got a prophet going to read us some information about Naphtali, okay? And remember now, we track characteristics. But what else you got there, prophets?
Oh, and the 50th verse is closing it out. These are the families of Naphtali according to their families. And they that were numbered of them were 40,500.
40,500. Look, our people are going to be like the sands of the sea, the Most High said.
5,440. Oof, it's hard to read. They said it backwards, but but we're not used to that.
It's remarkable. All right, prophet, you got an article on Naphtali here. And it's that one right there. You can go with that title, but a specific thing we're going to bring out here. Brothers, what's characteristic of Israel? Israel mourn in sackcloths. Israel do sacrifices and all kind of stuff, right? So I'm going to have the prophets read this article here. It is Hebrew similarities. Okay, this is Hebrew similarities, and we're going to give you the link to this article. I'm going to let the prophets read this about the Hawaiians, okay? But the Most High call them Naphtali. Read that, the number of customs.
The number of customs among the Hawaiians corresponding to Hebrew practices is admitted at once to be very remarkable. But even if such proofs were considered strong enough to substantiate the fact of Jews having reached the islands, it would not necessitate an immigration from the Mediterranean. The probability would be as great of their course having been in the opposite direction. As, however, the tribes of North America have been claimed to have a Hebrew origin, the points of Jewish resemblance may be